Hey everybody, this is Erica from the Classic Clown blog. Today I'm with OD Harris, the president and CEO of Ready, Set, Go Summit. He's also president of OD Harris Media. He has a book coming out called Unlocking Your Purpose. The author, the public speaker, OD Harris. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Enjoying it.
Good, good. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm delighted and I'm very humble. So I appreciate the invite.
So OD, I had to reach out to you because literally Andre Hatchett out of New York, NYC, Buy Black NYC creator, said, man, you got to reach out. This guy is doing it. He's doing big things. So Mr. OD, tell us about the Ready, Set, Go Summit.
Absolutely. Ready, Set, Go was a philanthropy work that I started. I found it based on the principle that I got tired of going to networking events, just networking and meeting people. Being an entrepreneur, relationships are so important. So you're always out there commuting, trying to build your brand up. Well, Ready, Set, Go become something dear to me because I help so many entrepreneurs and business owners. I said, I'm tired of giving away this stuff for free. I need to find a way to put people together in a room so we can all learn together. Well, Ready, Set, Go started with my friend, Jameen Oliver. He's the vice president. We were sitting at Lolo's Chicken and Waffles, and I started sharing him my heart. He also shared the same passion as me. We got to talking about this thing, and I was like, we should have an educational summit. Yeah, and then we began to it just started from there, from Lolo's Chicken and Waffles, and all of a sudden we created a whole entire event that night. And almost a year later, we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary, September the 11th, called A Night of Elegance. It's going to be really, really nice. Everyone should come out to it. September the 11th, 2015 in Phoenix, Arizona, where you can expect to have a great time. You can go to the website to find out more. But this program has been, the governor, Doug Ducey of Arizona, has endorsed it. We've had U.S. Congressman Ruben Galeo has endorsed this program. So we have had a lot of people endorse the Ready, Set, Go. Peter Fawcett from Tyler Perry, Half and Half Not. So the list kind of goes on and on. But this program is specifically geared for helping entrepreneurs and business owners build their business and help them grow on a different level.
Man, that's great. I love when people create events where entrepreneurs get to meet, hang out, network, because your net worth is reflective of your network.
Absolutely.
You look around you, who you're hanging out with gives you a pretty clear indication of where you're at in life and where you're going.
Absolutely.
So where were you born, OD, and how did it influence you in this entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, so basically I started my journey out in Chicago, Illinois. I was born in Chicago, Illinois, where I later moved to Michigan, and I was there for a while. I went to school there. My family I basically grew up there. And then I progressed. I went to Davenport University, and where I graduated. I went to Michigan State University as well. So I also studied tax law. I studied tax law at Michigan State University. And so from there, it's just, I had this vision, this dream that I wanted to do something more. And my dad like, boy, if 80% of the time you talking, it should be about business. And 20% of the time should be personal. So he controlled my intake of information by always saying 80% of the time that you're dealing with people should be business, 20% should be personal. So I couldn't have my little friend girls, you're young, 13, 12, or you trying to have a little, your friends,
Yeah.
5 minutes on the phone call, 5 minutes. And so from there, I kind of just grew into this person that was business. My father was a minister. I was raised in a Christian family background. So it was kind of like, you're going to stay focused on whatever you're going to do. And my dad used to do these little think tanks. He'll sit us all down. He said, all right, we got these trees out here. How much money can you make off these trees? And so my brother and everybody would figure out different ways to make money out of stuff that's nothing. So basically now as a full-time serial entrepreneur, I've taken that knowledge and that insight that he's given me over the years to kind of help me. And my father passed away at 14 years old. So it was a journey. My mother had to raise 6 of us in a household. So it was no excuses. And I make no excuses for my life. I make no excuse for why I can't go further. I end up just saying, you know what? My father's gone. I'm going to make the best of the scenario. And that's what I did. I made the best of it. And now at the age of 21, I opened my first business called Wise Tax and Accounting. And from there, I have multiple offices in different states. It's a national brand now, and it's the force to be reckoned with. So it was a lot of focusing and a lot of figuring out what I want to do. But most importantly, it was unlocking my purpose. I learned how to do that very young.
Man, that was great. I love hearing stories of how parents interacted with them. You know, I come out of military discipline home, so I understand the get off the phone, you got 5 minutes. I totally understand that.
Right on.
So what was some of your biggest challenges in getting started with the Wise Tax Services?
Mentorship. It's very hard to find a mentor in your field. And unfortunately, I would say like real estate agents have really, the real estate market have, that conglomerate of professionals that really have learned how to come together and give each other mentorship. And there's other ones, but in my industry, it's very selfish. People are very selfish with the information and the knowledge because it's tax, right? So what I've learned, I had to do all this stuff on my own. And so the hardest part was just trying to get that mentorship and learning how to do it. But, once you kind of get to going, you have to practice your business, right? You practice it so you can be stronger, it could be better. And you know what? Long story short, I did that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to open up my office. And I opened up the office. In the first year, I broke even. And let me tell you guys, my office was so small. And this is what the Bible talks about. Despise not your humble beginnings. My office was 95 square feet. But you know what? I was proud of that 95 square feet.
That's right.
I had enough room for one desk, 2 chairs, and my chair. And literally the person on the left-hand side would have to get up, and I would have to tell them to scoot over, and then we would close the door, and then they'll sit back down because it was just that small. But at the end of the day, it was my office. I was proud of it. And you know what? You can never let nobody make you feel a certain type of way from where your humble beginnings are, because somebody had to start somewhere. And if you look at Bill Gates, he started in his garage. You look at O.D. Harris, I started in my living room, then I moved up to the top to a 95 square foot office. That, let me tell you, this is key. I had bad credit too when I started my business. At the young age of 21, bad credit. How does that happen? Not knowing, not understanding how to pay your bills, what bills I should pay, what debt, how I should manage all that. So when I moved and progressed forward, I started there. And I tell you what, the challenges that you will face is only for those. Entrepreneurship is not for the punks, as I always say. It's not for someone that's going to give up easily. You got to have the spirit of endurance and resilience. And that's how you're going to stand the test of time.
Man, you knocked out my other question. I was going, what would other people say about O.D. Harris?
Absolutely. We got to be on the grind. It's grind time. Listen, a lot of times people try to get caught up in, oh, do it like this, do it like this. Listen, it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. You can put together your beautiful business plan. I read them all the time. And I said, great. When you get in the field, you'll learn that your business plan was just only the introduction of putting it together. I can honestly tell you, out of all I went to school, went through my programs, got all this great education, great college education, went to Michigan State, went to Davenport, got some really good education. But out of all that information, only 28% of what I learned from school. 28%. The rest you're going to learn in the field. The rest you're going to learn from the school of hard knocks. And it's not easy. But if you learn how to embrace your failures, success will come. If you learn how to accept those no's, that yes will come. So forget it. Hey, every day I knock on the door, expect a no. Because that should encourage you that you're one step closer. Because on that 1 million yes, on that 1 million no, 1 million one, that yes is coming. So you guys got this. This is about the entrepreneur. This is about you being passionate, never giving up, man. It's a fight. It's a fight to the finish. And are you going to finish it or are you going to punk out? That's the question.
I love it. I love it. See, people don't understand. There are people, Samuel Adams, the guy who makes the beer, Sam Adams, he has 3 degrees from Harvard. He says not anything he learned there was enough for him to do sales, for him to make phone calls, for him to knock out doors, do everything. He's like, the business plan was just that, a plan. And I got to tell people, you're not in business till you're in business. And a lot of people get stuck in that planning stage, making your planning perfect. And I'm like, get out there. Like, you're wasting time. Like, It's not for the faint of heart, people. It really, really isn't. And I was going to say, I was going to ask you, how do you encourage others in business? But right there, if they didn't watch that and get encouraged, I don't know what happened.
Listen, I'm teaching a class right now. Actually, I'm going to be in Chicago, Illinois on July 31st, and I will be teaching a class on entrepreneurship. And I'm actually pulling up the topic in which I'm going to be sharing the information, the content from. This is basically the blurb that I sent over to them. From startup to multi-millionaire dollar revenues, from ideals to vision to reality. Come and hear myself personally teach you how to grow your business. And some of the things I'm going to be discussing at this event will be to how to build on your team, how to expand your brand to stretch across multiple entrepreneur revenues, turning your dream into reality, the power of effective team building, and seizing opportune moments to leverage your brand and increase your revenue. And those are the topics I'm going to be sharing. And what are the things that I've done? I do business for. There's like over 200 tax treaties in that the U.S. is connected to. That means each tax treaty is connected to a country. So my brand, we deal with 89 tax treaties. So we have a worldwide, conglomerate of different people that we deal with from different parts that's connected to our imports and exports in the international tax community. So what I've been able to do is expand my brand, not just from a national standpoint, but a worldwide standpoint. So now I deal with companies and countries in different places. I deal with sheiks, I deal with NBA players, I deal with people who play ball overseas. So all this stuff has been my journey. I started out in tax and accounting. I built that franchise. I built that brand. Now we're a nationwide brand. Then I switched over to O.D. Harris Media because you should have more than one revenue flow coming in. You should never bottleneck yourself to one revenue flow. Every 10 years, you should have something new. So I built the Wize Tax. Then I went to O.D. Harris Media. And let me tell you, O.D. Harris Media is a conglomerate of media and photography. So some of my credentials that I can that's accredited to my company is like doing the BET Awards. I did the BET Awards red carpet event. I did the Gospel Stellar Awards red carpet event. I did NASCAR. I did the Pro Bowl. I did the Super Bowl. I did the Hugh Hefner party. I did Essence. I did Long Beach Gospel Fest. So the credentials go on, and this is just opportunities. I learned how to seize my opportunity when the time was right. And so now O.D. Harris Media is this big conglomerate where I actually get calls from people to say, hey, will you cover what we're doing? And so as you kind of see, I'm building these multi-million-dollar revenue platforms. My first year in business, I made $5,000. By the time I got to my third year, because I was consistent, I made a six-figure salary from the time that I started because I was consistent at my attack and what I wanted to accomplish. And the blessing was my mentor, Bishop Alfred Singleton, he just put me up in front of the church and he said, hey, this is my new tax guy. I want everybody to go to him. Why? Because in that 3 years, I stayed consistent at what I was doing. I did not give up. When it was time for church, I'll stand out like, praise the Lord, saints. You know how you got to do all that. And I will always share with them, my brand. I just want to thank God for my company, Wize Tax and Accounting, and you have to do that because you got to be your best marketer. But guess what? Thousands of clients later, your boy is still here and he's still making it happen. But now it's about O.D. Harris Media. It's about Ready, Set, Go Foundation. It's about me giving back to my community to help those young ones get to where they are. And I've been in business for 13 years. And out of the 13 years, I have a seven-figure salary right now that I make, that my company brings in from the entrepreneur stuff. I even have a skating ring. So there you have it. And I spend a lot of time investing in stocks and stuff. And if you don't have a stock portfolio, stop spending your money on clothes and shoes and all the other stuff. I need you guys to start spending your money investing in stocks. If you are not investing in yourself, which is through stocks or through your business, stop spending money on stuff to impress people, because I'm going to tell you what, you can wear your money or you can have your money. Which one you want to do?
Boom. Shots fired. Multiple shots fired. I'm telling people all the time, I'm like, ladder income. Produce your own economy. If you're throwing off some of your paycheck to monthly dividend stocks, Lending Club or Prosper, or you're just kind of building up your own kind of fountain. Make your own fountain. Like, stop looking for more jobs or working 2 or 3 jobs. buy a franchise, do other things.
Yes.
I loved all you said in there. You own a skating rink, tax business, media. People, I'll meet people who've been doing the same job for 30 years and unhappy, not willing to grow, not willing to change. People, anything is possible. There's a book called Second Act Careers. You can have a second act, a third act, a fourth act. You can do just about anything you want. That's really good stuff there. How did you finance your business? So I know you said the first year you made like $5,000. Did you just like, did you work? Did you have some money on the side saved up? What did you do in order to finance your business?
Yeah, so I basically self-financed. So I was a zero capital startup. So basically what that means is I basically went in my pocket and used the most economical means possible in order for my business to grow. Don't be deceived. Someone has to fund your business. And most of the time, you are the first person to fund your business. You are really the first person to believe in your business. And then you rally everybody else around you. And you have to understand that there are supporters and then there are cheerleaders. Your supporters are the ones that actually buy your products and services and goods. Your cheerleaders are sometimes your family members. Oh, keep going, keep doing it. You're doing such a good job. Then you know how mama call you and like, baby, come over here. Come and meet my baby over here. This baby, he's doing so good. He's doing all this wonderful stuff and things of that nature. And so at the end of the day, you know, that's what ends up happening, right? That, you know, we get these supporters, we get these cheerleaders that really don't support us. Not to say that mama won't buy anything, but I'm just saying that mama is not a millionaire. And so you got to go out and find the millionaires. You got to go out and find the wholesalers. You got to go out and find those people. Do not look for your inter crowd to be your biggest supporters. Look for the outside crowd to be your supporters, and look for your inner crowd to be your cheerleaders. Because your cheerleaders or your inner crowd will never pay for your goods and service at the price that you're requesting. The people who's going to pay for that are the people that's outside your circle. And also I read this book called The Multi-Millionaire Consultant. He said the people that's in your inner crowd anyways, they'll never pay your price. You'll always look to give them a discount within your price point. Not that you don't value yourself, but because that's just how they're going to think of you. And there's no way you can get out. So even people who have millions of dollars, their family still think, hey, you may have a multi-million-dollar business. I still want a discount. And you got to be careful with your branding of that discount. You got to be so careful that you do not devalue yourself in the process. If they're going to leave, let them leave. Bye-bye. Go if you got to go. But at the end of the day, you have to strategically look at who you are effectively building around you. So I would just say these are some nuggets that I live by. When I started and I invested that money at zero capital, how did I get to that next level? Well, my company, we grew 3 times the value. Why? Because I never stopped. Even outside of tax season, I was still advertising. I was still finding ways to go to get vending tables. I was still finding a way to plug in with the community. I was following back up, asking my clients, would you please refer people over to me? And that's sometimes we miss that. Ask your clients for referrals, because sometimes they don't know you're looking for a referral. And then also with the new technology, Craigslist and all that stuff, look to do business there as well. But from there, I just continue to plug away. And then in the following year, I made I grew 3 times the amount. So in my second year of business, I was at probably like $32,000 the second year. And then in the third year is when I made my first $100,000. And let me tell you what I did with my $100,000. I spent it. I spent every dime of it. Because I was so not used to having money. I spent every single dime of it, and I went broke. I think I was broke by the end of that year. But what makes it so different? What makes me so different from everyone else is because no one gave me the $100,000. I earned it. Stop looking for people to give you money. Look to earn your money. Don't look for the lottery. You got to earn it, because guess what? I'm my own source. That's why Donald Trump, he was able to file bankruptcy multiple times and still stay on the top. Why? Because he is the source. You are the source of what you're doing, as long as you don't give up. And then this is key. Be integral about your business. Don't be robbing people. Be a good person about your business. You know, have a moral compass about yourself. And that's how you really get to your place, your next level.
Oh man, all that was good. This is the thing about Donald Trump being the source. The thing is, if you know how to make it one time, you can make it multiple times.
Don't make me shout.
Exactly. And the mental map, like, right? So your mental map would have been, man, I only made $5,000 my first year. I only made a little bit of money my second year. So once your hands got on 100,000, what happened? You went back to the level you were before because your mental map had not reached that $100,000 mark yet. And I'll tell people that, and they'll look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if you keep hopping job to job for a bigger paycheck, you will still spend all your money because that's your mindset. You're living up to the paycheck. If you ever see someone get more money, they'll get a bigger apartment, a newer car. A prime example of something I had a client I consulted with on the phone. He just got, a pay bump, and he was living at his mom's house. And he's like, I'm going to go out and buy a brand new 2015 Jeep Cherokee. Whoa, no, why are you doing that? That's the worst ideal you could do. Like we were on a plan. You're paying me $400, for a small set of consulting for a month just to help you launch your business. That is going in the wrong direction. So people live up to that mental map. You know what I mean? It's real hard for people to understand that keep it here, use that money, invest that money, keep investing it. That's just good stuff. I mean,
and the thing is this. If you are actually, let's say that I'm in business for myself, I'm trying to make it happen, and I'm looking at where I am. So a lot of times you get these bad behaviors, but I had to learn how to take care of my credit. I had to learn how not to get in over my head. But it's okay to make mistakes. Trust and believe your failures, your mistakes will make you successful. You have to be, as an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to take risks. You are the biggest risk takers out there. Let me tell you, when I left General Motors, I was making $100,000. Okay, but let me tell you what happened. I was actually sitting in the office. This is when I knew it was time. They called me in the office. I had my paychecks on one hand, because back then it wasn't really, electronic was there, but it wasn't as strong like direct deposits and stuff. I had my regular paycheck, and I had thousands of dollars that I made from doing my tax business. And this is important because you're seizing the moment. You're seizing the moment. And so I recognized that someone was sitting before me telling me that you need to cash your paychecks, otherwise we're going to write you up. That's what they're sharing with me. And on the other hand, I have more money in my hand, cash. I think I had like $10,000, $5,000 to $10,000 in cash in the other hand. And they told me, if you don't cash those checks, we're going to write you up. And on the other hand, I said, well, I don't even have enough money to cash these checks over here. Enough time to cash these checks over here, because I was full-time in the grind, dedicated. Long story short, I said, you know what? This is God showing me it's time for me to move on. So I seized the moment to move on. And guess what? When I left my job, I made 3 times the amount that my job was even paying me. So I was already making 10 grand. I had made 20-some thousand, 25 grand that following month because of the time that I spent. I actually took the time, because you take 40 hours out of your regular job. Think about this, 40 hours that you spend in a job making $8 to $40 an hour. If you spent that same amount of dedicated time, you will make that same amount of money in your business. So at the end of the day, if you plan on being a millionaire, this is how you do it. You take, a millionaire generally works 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's 50 hours a week. You take 50 hours a week, so you times that by 4. That's 200 hours. If you're going to make $1 million, you need to take 200. You take the 200 hours, times that by 12 months. That's 2,400 hours in a month. You should be spending on making your $1 million. You take the $1 million divided by 2,400 hours. That means that should come out to about $383 or so an hour. That's how much money you need to be making every hour of the day. That means you do not have time to be wasting your time with people in that food and them shenanigans, as I always say. They take you down, they wind you down, they punch and give me a discount. No, I'm gonna need you to pay me what I'm asking. If not, you are not the market I'm looking for. And if that is the case, move on.
Man, listen, there's a guy called Glenn Cameron. He says, your price is too low. If people are haggling you about your price, it's too low. And imagine when I make videos and I go, your goal should be $300 a day. The flack I have gotten from those videos, because people can't even fathom that. They're changing time for hours, and they go, how can I get $300 a day? I'm like, dude, that's just $100,000 a year if you add it up. I mean, I'm not even talking about million. I'm just saying, do you want to get to 100,000? And so people
Right.
are, even that transition to $300 a day, just hearing that out loud, some people have a hard time hearing that. That's so good that you did that math. I want everybody to write it on a piece of paper. I mean, I have one person I interviewed, and they said their friends, they've never had a job. They're like 25 years old. They've been selling online, making tons of money. Their friends are like, man, when are you gonna get a job? This guy has his own house, has cars, he's selling things on Craigslist, and you're working a job and you're asking him when he's gonna get a job. That kind of thing. Yeah, it just, so you have to be careful who you share your vision with, who you're interacting with, because they can't see those numbers. They just can't.
You know what? I would say this too. You have to. One of the things I always tell people that I counsel with, or I'm talking to them about business, you need to write your vision. You got to write it down. You got to put together a vision board. Everyone should be putting together the vision board. On your vision board, you should have your financial goals. On your vision board, you should have what you're looking to gain. Where are you looking to go in your business? You should have that on your vision board. Why? Because your vision board keeps the goal in front of you. And stop talking too much. Stop telling everybody what you're doing. Because they will take your idea and they will move on with it. Get people to sign non-disclosure agreements. Let them know. You can't listen. You have intellectual property. That's what it is. You have intellectual property. When you open up your mouth, I'm a tax accountant. When I open up my mouth and I tell you about tax law, that's my intellectual property. Yeah, is it law written? Yeah, you can go find it. But guess what? I just shared you a nugget, because everything that says black and white in tax law does not always mean what it says. You got to have some foreknowledge to actually get to that knowledge of where they are. So when you open up your mouth, if you do cars, you build cars. If you whatever you do, whatever you make that process look, you make it look really easy and simple. That is intellectual property, and too many times people are devaluing themselves by giving away all this free knowledge, giving away all this stuff. And you need to learn how to wheel that back in. Shut your mouth. Set an appointment. You always hit a win appointment. Okay, you may be talking to someone, hey, I do taxes. I've been doing taxes for 13 years. I'm in an accounting world. Oh, great, Mr. Harris, I have this tax problem because everyone got tax problem. And when you share with people what you do, then if it strikes a chord, they will go and start telling you their problem, right? So they always do. I said, oh, wait a minute, let's set up an appointment. Yep. So that way I can share with you what I need to do. And guess what? I always tell them at the end of the conversation, this appointment is going to be $199. And this is just you to share to me appointment, because I'm making people value my time. Because if you don't share with people, it costs for your appointment, then guess what? They're not going to be willing to do business. I mean, they either going to do business with you or not, but you're making them respect your time and what you do up front. So at the end of the day, you need to recognize that if you're going to make your money, you got to don't do that little 10-minute free counseling stuff, 15-minute free counseling. I hit you on a phone. Don't do that, because once they get in your space, they got you. So if you're going to do anything, if you do an appointment, do a 7-minute consultation. I do a 7-minute consultation. And guess what? If we go past the 7 minutes, I take credit card right over the phone. You give people nuggets. Learn the nugget system. When you learn the nugget system, then you'll sell them every time.
That's so important what you just said. I saw people were giving away an hour, and I'm like, I don't have an hour of my time. So I shrunk it to 20 minutes, right? And I said, listen, before you even get on the phone with me, you have to fill out this form that answers 12 questions. You'll be amazed how many people are like, man, I don't have time to answer the 12 questions. Well, I don't have time to give you even 10 minutes free. Sorry, I don't have that, because you're not serious.
Yeah, everybody wants something for free. And so when you start recognizing that you value yourself and what you have is not free, my education cost me $75,000. Michigan State was not like, let me give you a discount on your education. No, they was like, sir, it's going to cost $800-900 a credit hour, and we need you to pay up. So I spent a lot of money investing in my time. But not only that, I'm different from everyone else. I actually spend more credit hours every year. I get about 60 continuing credit hours in my field, and the law only says 16 per year. So I spend more time than everyone else, 3 times the time that I'm required to by law in my field. Why? Because I want to put together the best strategy for my clients. And how do I do that? How do I treat new diseases? is by actually staying abreast of what's going on and learning the new system, new technology. So I branded myself as being the expert. I can help you in your tax situation. I can help you unlock your purpose. I can help you with your media. I can help you with your photography needs. Why? Because I've learned how to tap into me, my gifts. And I learned how to meditate. So that means meditation means me shutting my mouth and getting on focus. And so each day I take time to meditate and I focus in on what I want to go for. And guess what? I'm going to succeed every time. Every time.
So OD, if someone asked me, like, you know, hey, OD, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years in your business and personal life? What could you tell us? What could you share with us? Other than the part you can't shut your mouth on, what can you share with us some of the vision of your next 2 years?
Well, one of the things is I won Entrepreneur of the Year. I'm up for another nomination. National Black MBA had me up for another nomination for Entrepreneur of the Year for 2015. So in the next 2 years, basically, I see every entity of mine making over $1 million. I already have one. I have my OD Harris Media. That's going to make over $1 million. I have my Ready, Set, Go Foundation. That's going to be a multi-million-dollar foundation. Everything I do, I build to make millions. I don't have time to make thousands. I can't think like a 600,000 heir. I'm not a 600,000 heir anymore. I'm not a $1,000 heir anymore. I don't take Washingtons. If you're going to sit down and talk to OD, I don't have time to waste on people that's not willing to invest in themselves first, because you may be in the entrepreneurship game, but you need to be able to invest in yourself. And the way you invest in yourself is by getting a great CPA, a great doctor, and a great lawyer on your team. And that costs money. That is the greatest investment you will ever make in your business. Trust and believe. So in 2 years, I have my book, OD Harris, Unlocking Your Purpose. I want everybody to go out and get. It's a great tool to help you identify where you need to be at in life and how you can get to your next level in life. Also, I would tell you to, also I see myself in the next 2 years. Actually, I see myself with 50 tax and accounting offices in the next 2 years. Nationwide. And then with my book, I see myself with a third book in 2 years. I see myself with a third book, Unlocking Your Purpose 3, Volume 3. So OD Harris Media, obviously I do a lot of red carpet events and things like that. I'm actually, right now, I am shooting a pilot for a show. So I've been working on that. You guys can expect that to be coming out really, really soon. I can't really get too many details in this interview, but I know you're going to have me back on so I can talk about the show.
We're going to get that follow-up.
Absolutely. So right now I have a couple of shows that I did. I've already executive produced one called The Blue Way Show. I'm working on this next show that you guys are going to be so excited. It's going to be funny. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be everything that you want it to be. And so I'm excited. So you guys, y'all got to follow me. OD_Harris on Twitter. OD_Harris on Instagram. OD Harris on Facebook. I mean, OD Harris on Google Hangouts, whatever. Everything is OD Harris. And I'm excited. I want you guys to make sure y'all buy my book. And then also come to Chicago if you're going to be there July 31st. Come and hear me speak there. If you are in the Oklahoma City area, I want you guys to come out to Oklahoma City. I'm going to be at the Convention Center August the 16th, the 15th, and the 16th. The 16th is my birthday, August 16th. So I'm going to be there on the 15th and the 16th in Oklahoma City. August 22nd, I'm going to be in Phoenix, Arizona for rebranding the Black Man Summit.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. So make sure you guys tune into that. And then August 27th. Oh, goodness. I get my dates. I know I'm going to be, y'all, see, I'm shooting off the cuff. I'm telling y'all all my dates. I don't have them all in front of my face. But if you go to my social media, you'll find out more about it. I will be at the Hip Hop Awards. I know that's coming up. I do have a couple more speaking engagements coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, North Carolina. So I'm busy. I'm everywhere.
Oh man, I mean that's good stuff. I'm gonna give you your last two questions here, because I know your time is valuable. We both got crazy appointments today. If someone wanted to change their life today, if some man came up to you at the rebranding Black Men seminar, or they came up to you in the streets of Phoenix, and they're like, I need to start over today. OD, what do I need to do? What's some small things you can share? Don't give it all away, but what's some small things you can share with them?
Absolutely. I would say, what do you want to do? Where do you want to start? What are you most passionate about? What do you love the most? What is it that you have been thinking about doing and you just haven't got to that place where you feel like, you got the car, but you haven't started the engine yet? I would tell you to start tapping into what you believe you should be doing right now. I would say get around, first of all, re-surround yourself around people that have like minds. If you are the smartest person in your group, get out of your group. Stop letting people pull down on you. And then I would share with you the next thing I need you to do. I need you to go and write it down. I always tell people to write stuff down and put it before their face. And then the last thing I would do is I would tell you to take a piece of paper. I want you to put 3 columns. The first column is everything that you want to do, anything that you thought. The second column is the things that you are most passionate about, like your top 3 different things that you're passionate about. And then the last column is what is the thing that's making you the most money right now? I don't care if it's a penny, 2 cents, $1,000, whatever. What's making you the most money? And then I would say follow that path, because I just basically laid out to you my financial goal for every category of my life is $1 million plus. So Wize Tax and Accounting, $1 million plus. Next is OD Harris Media, and then next is Ready Set Go Foundation. That's what I would tell you to do.
That's good stuff. I want people to really kind of take inventory of where they're at in life, because when they ask people, I don't know what I want to do, I can't help you till you help me help you, right?
Absolutely.
You gotta want the help. You gotta put some pen to paper and tell me, what are your dreams and what do you want? How bad do you want it? Because that'll show me.
Absolutely, man. You gotta want this. You gotta want this thing so bad. So when you wake up in the morning time, it gotta be on your mind. You gotta want this thing so bad to the point where the only conversation you are having is the ones that affect you directly when it comes to your business and your vision. This is your time. It's your time to shine. Stop waiting for someone else to just give it to you. Girl, you better take advantage of it. You better go have what you want. It's for you. It's for the taking. This world, ain't nothing in this world is free. Nothing. So guess what? Somebody gonna have to pay rent. And that's somebody could be the person across from you. So when I go into a room, I look in that room, I say, okay, there's 100 people here. Everybody here got my money. Everybody. My professor said, he said, oh, do you have a lot of sex in your life? I said, no, I'm a God-fearing man. I'm going to be having sex with probably one person for the rest of my life. He said, no. He said, everybody in this room needs to do business with you. You need to be in bed with everyone, because partnerships are always described as marriages. Everybody in this room has your money. All my clients, all my thousands of clients I have nationwide, those are all my partners. I'm married to each one of them individually. So at the end of the day, you got to find out who got your money and how you going to get it. Have your pitch, your 30-second pitch. Have it ready to go.
I'm telling everybody, this is totally nugget filled. I'm going to have tweetables all through the article I have to write on this. They're gonna be like, man, there's like 50 tweets. I'm sorry.
Well, then put this on your tweet. Stop hanging out with the turtles when you know you're a giraffe.
You're on the ground crawling, trying to stay in that mindset. It's like, get out, folks. You gotta go.
Absolutely. You know, when a giraffe lowers his neck to the size of a turtle, did you know that giraffe could pass out from lowering its neck to the size down to the level of a turtle? You have a vision like a giraffe. You are supposed to see over trees and things of that nature. You're not supposed to be down there hanging out with those turtles. Them turtles you can't go where them turtles go. And guess what? Them turtles can't go where you go. So you need to start valuing yourself and start recognizing, I got the neck of a giraffe. My vision is so big. I don't have time to deal with turtle vision, because the turtle vision only can see my toes and my feet. Hello, somebody.
Boom. Hello. so OD, among all the awesome things you've said today, if you knowing everything you know now, right, and we get you all the way back to 21-year-old getting ready to start his company, OD Harris, and all you have is $500 in your pocket, but you have all the knowledge and vision that you see right now. Like you already know this stuff. You know the path your life could take. And I give you $500. What do you do?
If I had all the vision, the first thing I would do is I would take the $500 and I would invest it. That's the first thing I would do. I would put it in my bank account, find a way to take that money and invest it back into myself. Then I would take a portion of that money. I would find sponsors. I would sell people my vision. So I go get a very good flyer done. I'll spend $50 to get a very good flyer, very good pitch put together. I have someone design it for $50 to $75, and I will go out and find sponsors. I will be on the grind. I will use some of that money as gas money, and then I will go out and find my clientele. I can get everything going for less than $100 actually, because at the end of the day, it's about strategic. You got to be strategic in where you go. So I would, as a tax person, I will find who my market is, and I will find out who is the people I want to go for, because I need somebody to flip this real quick. So that's how I approach it.
That's great. I mean, I'll talk to so many people that say they could get started with $100. They can start all over with $100 and get it all back again. So
absolutely.
Thank you, OD. This is Erica Williams from the Classy Climb blog. Today we had in our Slow and Low series, OD Harris, Ready, Set, Go Summit creator. We have OD Harris Media. We have the author, the speaker, Unlocking Your Purpose. OD, tell us one more time where they can find you online.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, OD_Harris. Also, you can find my book right now, Unlocking Your Purpose. You can go to my website. It's being built. It's almost done. It's ODHarrisUnlockingYourPurpose.com. You can also get my book on Eventbrite, UnlockingYourPurpose.eventbrite.com. So definitely, guys, I thank you guys for the support. And if you want to book me, ODHarris000@yahoo.com. I will speak. I will go ahead and do some crazy things for you, so that way you can kind of really get the knowledge that you really need to expand your business.
Man, thank you so much, OD. I know you're going to have an awesome day. You guys, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Thank you, OD.